Now what if we could move these extenders from the problematic middle to the safe ends? Hi tech lovers, welcome back to Fast Cabling. So today we're solving a real-world tech puzzle from a massive logistic facility. So right over there, nearly 300 meters away, is a remote workstation with an industrial PC. Now it needs a rock-solid Gigabit wire connection back to the main building. Wireless was a no-go. Too much interference from all this heavy machinery, and running fiber was too expensive and disruptive. And the classic Ethernet runs hits a hard wall at 100 meters. So, how do we push a full gigabit signal across this distance? Let's build a solution together. So the obvious idea is use a gigabit extenders. They're like signal booster for Ethernet. So the plan is we run a cable from the router. Here we have our first 100 meters to the first extender. Then we run another 100 meters Ethernet cable from the first extender to the second one. And finally, we have an 80 meters cable from our second extender directly to our PC. Now it seems like it should work, but it failed. Why? Here's the catch. This little device needs PoE to turn on. That's power over Ethernet. But most office routers, including the one we have right here, don't provide PoE, so our extender was dead on arrival, sitting in the middle of a field with no power. And the fix is, we need a PoE injector. So here's the injector that we're talking about. Think of the injector as a power station. It takes data from the router and then adds electrical power onto the same cable and sends its powerful combo juice down the line to our extender. So then our extenders can get the juice and power up, regenerates a fresh, clean data signal and passes it on. So let's do it. So now let's put our injector right next to the router. And we can take out the 100 meters Ethernet cable from the router and let's plug it into the output port of our extender. We're going to use a short patch cord to get data from a router here. So now both data and the power is sending along through this 100 meters Ethernet cable to our first extender to power it up and set the data signal along with another 100 meters. So now we get 200 meters. And again, this second extender also needs PoE to power up. So here I'm going to take out the 80 meters Ethernet cable. We're not going to connect it to the PC, but connect it to the output port so we can send the power through this 80 meters Ethernet cable to our extender here. And now we're getting the data. So we are going to use a short patch cord, connect the input port to our PC. And now we should getting the data that we need. Here we go. So now our extender is drinking the juice and we have clean data and signal. We tested it and yes, the link came alive. But then we realized we created a new problem. We now have two sensitive electronic boxes exposed in the middle of our yard. And worst of all, if a connection fails, we have to trudge out there to find which one. It works, but it's not elegant. Now what if we could move these extenders from the problematic middle to the safe end? And our game changer extenders are actually designed to talk directly to each other over a single continuous cable run of up to 300 meters. So there's no more splitting the cable into 100 meter segments. We can install one extender right there next to the router, safe and dry. And the other extender, we can move it next to the PC in the remote station. And the 300 meters monster cable connects just these two devices. So let's install it. So let's take down everything and say goodbye to our 100 meter segment. So let's take out our 300 meters direct Ethernet cable, and we're going to take down our extender. Now we can put it as near as our router and the injector. Let's use a short patch cord, connect to the output port of our extender. So we have to flip it. Why output port? Because we are going to use the input port facing the input port in order to use the extenders as a kit. So now we can see it is near our injector and the router, safe and sound. Then I'm going to connect our 300 meters Ethernet cable directly into the input port of our extender. Now a pro tip is always use a direct burial or UV resistant cable for outdoors and weatherproof the connection points. Now we are going to move our injector along with our extender. Let's put it nearby our PC. So again, we can use a short patch cord, connect the output port of our extender and to the output port of our PoE injector. Now let's put it near our injector and PC and use the 300 meters Ethernet cable. Connect to the input port of our extender. Now here's the thing, when we were talking about weatherproofing, I already take out the neck and the gland for faster installation, but usually we'll use a wrench to tighten the neck and the gland so it's IP67 waterproof rated. So now we are done, the whole setup, and now it's the moment of truth. We are going to test the speed to see if we can get a perfect Gigabit link. So we already opened up our speed test. Let's hit start. So the speed test confirmed that we have all the bandwidth that we need. One crucial notice, this kit works at the gigabit level. If you plug in and 10 100 megabit per second gears, it won't negotiate. So it's built for speed. And the benefits are huge. Easier installation, all active gears in protected location, just one long cable to manage, and a stable, high-speed link. Now before we go, we have a non-negotiable for any outdoor cable run, which is surge protection. In outdoor areas, lightning or power surges can travel that cable straight into your equipment, so you'll need a quality Ethernet surge protector on both ends where the cables enters the building, so you can protect your gears. Now from a broken connection to a bulletproof 300 meters gigabit link, we got the problem solved. Now if you have a tough distance to cover, maybe this is your solution. Thank you very much for joining us. Please make sure to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you in our next video.